Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Living a Beautiful Life. It's still your girl Jessica Julex, and you know how I always feel coming back to the channel. I feel pretty amazing each time I have opportunity to shoot my video. So how was your week's activities? How was everything? I hope it wasn't as stressful as mine, because I really had a very stressful week this week. Work itself was stressful, coupled with the fact that I'm working on a new project. Did I tell you about it? I don't think I've talked about it on my YouTube channel, guys. I am working on a new project, and by next week, hopefully, I'll be telling you guys about it. So I really want to appreciate everyone who has been watching my videos, those who subscribed lately, those who share on the social media. I really appreciate all of you. Okay, thank you so much. So this week's video is going to be a fun video. I don't know how, but when I was preparing the topic, I just found myself laughing out. And I know some people will have problem with things I'm going to say today, especially the guys. It was actually a guy who was seriously angry this week and was asking me, why is it that ladies always like friend-zoning men? I'm like, how? It's like our duty, it's like a hobby, it's like what every girl does. He was like, no, you girls like friend-zoning guys these days. Like when you start thinking, I have a serious person in my life, I have a serious person I'm in a relationship with, the next thing the girl does is to tell you that you're just a friend. The person has already friend-zoned you, and you're working so hard and you're feeling like you're keeping a serious something with this person. He was really angry as he was telling me this. The truth is, I actually know that a lot of people do not like this friend zone thing. They don't ever want to hear that you friend zoned them. They are so uncomfortable with that word, friend zone. So I actually know that a lot of people have problem with that word, friend zone, both guys and girls, but most especially the guys. That is why sometimes when you turn a guy's proposal down, you automatically become enemies. When you turn his advances down, you automatically become enemies, because he doesn't even want to greet you again. They don't like that aspect of friend zoning them and keeping them where you've kept every other person in your life. I remember a friend of mine writing sometime on Facebook, is there ever any way you will turn a guy down and he will not feel hurt? He will not feel bad about it? And the answer is most times no, because the fact that you have just turned them down and you're just categorizing them in the list of friends totally becomes unacceptable. And I think it has to do with their ego, because men have this ego. They want to own something completely. They want to have what they feel they deserve, okay? Not you giving them what you think that you want, keeping them in the level you feel that they belong. They know what they want and they feel like they have to get everything that they want and own it to themselves. So when you're categorizing them in this friend zone, it completely turns them off. So this friend zoning thing is more like honorably walking somebody down from a palace to a playground. Somebody is feeling like, I belong here, this is where I belong, this is me, telling his friends this and that. And suddenly you say, hello darling, please excuse me, you do not belong here. You walk the person down to the garden, wherever the person stays. And you can imagine when the person has already told the friends. Guys are so quick in telling their friends, hey, see what's up, see this girl, see this girl. Ladies can actually hide and hide it for a very long time, but the guys, they can be very quick to say, this is this. So when you do that friend zone thing, it enters them deeply. So friend zoning can come in two forms. One aspect is when the person who is friend zoned has always been in that friend zone. You're just a mere acquaintance to somebody, but somehow you just woke up and you feel like you're in a serious something with this person. The other person is so unaware of the fact that you're taking him or her serious, and the whole relationship is happening in your head. Like inside of you, you are developing and building a whole lot of things, and the other person is somehow unaware and unprepared. And such people are called self-acclaimed girlfriends or self-acclaimed boyfriends. You just acclaimed yourself that you are into this person, that you're having a serious thing to do with this person, and the person actually doesn't really know or takes you like that. Innocently, you're just in that relationship by assumption. You just assume that the person loves you. You're not sure. You're just on your own. Yeah, and that is the dangerous aspect. So the The second aspect is the type where maybe one of the parties or the both parties are somehow cunning or smart or very intelligent or just has this ulterior motive, maybe to exploit or to deceive the other person. You can imagine where a girl maybe is just taking all sorts of gifts from a guy, going out, eating everything, hanging out everywhere, meeting his friends, attending a lot of meetings and visiting people, even the relations. Okay, and one day he says, okay, this, and you're saying like, are we into something? We are just friends, this and that. Do you do that with all your friends? Like all the people in that your friend zone? Do you do that kind of thing with all of them? And most times, guys that you find in that category are those guys that wouldn't want to pronounce what they want from a girl. They would just be buying gifts. They would just be buying gifts and sharing love and calling and doing a lot of things to a girl. And the girl who doesn't want to ask, who's just enjoying what she's getting, will be like, he has not said anything. You understand? He has not said anything. So let's just keep being friends. Somehow I am blaming the girl, but somehow you don't know the level she operates. Maybe she has a lot of people who buy her gifts. You just bought me phone. Doesn't mean we are dating. Maybe I have a guy who has bought me a laptop and bought me a lot of things. So those things you're giving to her maybe means nothing almost. But hey, this set of girls fall in this category. Or where a guy is just not pronouncing what he wants, he's just going out with this girl, taking advantage of her, taking things from her and giving things, and all of a sudden you want a serious thing, and she's like, are we into anything? So nobody actually likes this, both the guys and the girls, and the both parties are also guilty of this point. But this my friend this week was just so agitated. He was pushing all the blame to the girls, like, you don't know girls, you don't know they can hide, they can pretend, they can do this one. So I asked, did you pronounce anything to this girl? Like, did you define what you had with her? And he's like, no, we're just friends. No, we've come a long way. We've been into a lot of things. We've gone, everybody knows us. I'm like, you did not define what you had with this person. So I'm going to put the blame on you. So is it possible for you to define a relationship, like what you want from a girl? Maybe relationship on the table, marriage on the table, friendship on the table, and she will still come out to tell you we are just friends. Is it possible for people to next and someone wakes up the next morning to say we are just friends? You're just a friend to me. I don't think it happens like that. How can you be spending your money, your time, your energy, your emotions, and everything on somebody, buying a whole lot of things? Are you Father Christmas? It actually makes you look as if you're the one who wants to friend zone them one day. Because if you have a whole lot of money and this is just how you give to so many people, the lady might not be wrong to start thinking one day you might still want to friend zone them. Because if you also hear the stories from the girls aspect, you'll see a whole lot of things guys have done with girls and they still end up one day to tell them you are just a friend. Okay, even with all the money they've spent. So sometimes spending that money doesn't mean anything if they have a whole lot of money. So what I feel you should do is to ask. Don't assume. Pronounce what you are into. Let the both parties understand what you are into and what you're not into. So that when you are in, you know you are in. When you are out, you know you are out. There is no time for all this drama in this. Like, we have a whole lot of things to do in this life that wasting all our time and our energy and our emotions on relationship dramas. If you're not up to keeping a relationship, then go and read your books or face your life seriously. Keep platonic friends around, okay? And secondly is that for a guy, I don't think it's a big deal for you to ask, what are we into, babe? Even if the girl starts feeling like she's not supposed to ask, or she doesn't want to ask, or she's shy to ask, as a guy, you can come out and say, babe, what are we into? Are you in or out? What are we doing? You understand? It's your duty as a guy. So I don't see why you should always blame girls for friend zoning you. If you define what you want, the friend zone issue won't be as rampant as you guys are accusing girls. If you've not said anything to a girl, if you've not defined it, you don't have any right to say that a girl has friend zoned you. So define what you are into, okay? So that we don't start feeling like you're the one who wants to friend zone the girls. Do you understand? And that is basically what I want to talk to you guys about this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll chat with you on the next episode. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not subscribed, and drop your comments down there on the comments section. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like the video. My name is Jessica Julex, the amazing lady. Until I come your way on the next episode, define what you are into, okay? There is no time to check time.